LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show Live. Quickly, let me give a couple of shout outs. 78, Boxing Librarian, Dream Chasing. Alright, guys, there were some videos going around the LDBC about sparring, and I want to respond to all of them. Dream Chasing, Boxing Librarian made a good video. I mean, the videos were good and they were informative. And I want to start talking to you guys. There are a lot, and I'm starting to really notice this. And there are a lot of young, very, very young boxing fans, okay? Very young. And I'm starting to look at some of the things that you see, and I'm like, you know what? It sounds like I'm talking to a teenager. It really is. Because, if you've ever laced up a pair of gloves, okay? If any of you have ever laced up a pair, you've ever been in a ring, okay? Then you know that people who are talking about that Andre Ward, brand got dropped in sparring, and so that means that Andre Ward sucks because Andre Ward couldn't drop him. You know that these people don't know a lot about boxing. They don't. But I'm going to talk to you from perspective of a fighter, okay? All right. Sparring and the real fight is not the same thing, okay? It's just not. You're defensive in sparring, but you're not overly defensive because you're not expecting to get caught with big shots, because in sparring, the purpose of sparring is to give the person work. You're not supposed to go all out in sparring. Most fighters, they don't go all out. They don't put everything on the line. They don't put all their attributes on the line when they're sparring. They don't, because you're trying to see work. You're trying to see things. You're trying to see angles. You're working on technique. The purpose of sparring is to basically work on your attributes. Is to work the technical part of your boxing game. That's really the sole purpose of sparring. That's it. Okay, sparring is not for people to be getting dropped and getting knocked out. That's not the purpose of sparring. In sparring, real fighters, you have to tone it down. You have to actually control your power. You got to control it so you can see the best looks. And really, to me, in my opinion, sparring to me is more defensively. Like, you're working on a lot of defense. You're working on avoiding a lot of punches that you would normally get hit with. You're trying to improve the attributes, the weaknesses in your game. That's what you're doing in sparring. Okay, but for some reason, people, they just make these dumb comments or they make these goofy videos. They just make goofy videos. And I'm saying that these videos are goofy because, I don't believe in triangle theories. Like, it's stupid. It's the dumbest thing that I ever heard. And just because a guy dropped Brand in sparring and Andre Ward couldn't drop Brand, well, that means that Andre Ward really, hitting all that and, he gonna get knocked out against Kovalev. It's the dumbest damn thing that I ever heard. And people, that's just the way that is. I'm gonna give y'all some examples, and I'm gonna give y'all straight facts, okay? Let's look at Floyd Mayweather, Ricky Hatton, and Jose Luis Castillo. Floyd Mayweather had 2 tough fights with Castillo, but Hatton knocks him out, and Floyd knocks out Hatton. See, do you guys understand now? See, I could stop the video right here. I truly could stop this video and say, okay, that's it. I'm done. Because that whole little theory, that little triangle theory that a lot of you guys, and it's always these young, new age boxing fans, y'all drop this triangle theory. But, the fact of the matter is that it doesn't mean anything. Just because Brand got dropped in sparring by an opponent, okay, in sparring, because we know that sparring and a real fight is not the same thing. Because when you're in the actual fight, you have to put everything. You got to put all your attributes up on the line, and you got to make everything work. Okay, but it means nothing. It absolutely means nothing. I'm gonna give you guys another example. Manny Pacquiao struggles against Marquez. Struggles against Marquez. Completely struggles. And Floyd Mayweather beats Marquez very, very easily. Okay. And people say, well, that don't mean nothing. And a lot of you same dudes said, well, that don't mean nothing because he beat Marquez. That don't mean he can beat Manny. So by your own admission, you don't even believe in your own theory. You really don't believe in your own theory. And then Floyd Mayweather easily beats Manny Pacquiao. People, the triangle theory is useless. It means absolutely nothing. Because you can get a fighter that really ultimately gets beat down by another fighter. But then they go into the ring with somebody else and completely dominate that other fighter. Guys, it's all how everything matches up. It's how everything matches up. It's how their form, their technique matches up. Now, some styles, we always say that they're tailor-made. They're tailor-made for somebody else. They're tailor-made. Well, you know, there are a lot of styles in boxing that they're tailor-made. It's the same thing. It's almost like how, you know, and we can use like Ronda Rousey, for example. Miesha Tate could never beat Ronda Rousey. Holly Holm goes in and dominates Ronda Rousey. Miesha Tate completely goes in there and taps out and was giving Holly Holm all kind of problems. See, you guys, a lot of you dudes, I really don't think you've ever been in a fight before. I really don't. And now that the more that I start listening and really understanding, y'all guys ain't been in no fight. Y'all don't know a whole lot about the fight game, like the actual fighting, the actual, you know, weeks and weeks of training camp. When a person come into training camp, you know, you don't understand. You don't understand that when a person is out of shape, when your cardio is bad, you're going to get caught. You're going to get hit. You're going to get hit. Your defenses are susceptible when your cardio is weak. But, you know, it's kind of hard talking to some of you guys because when you give and giving you guys proof that don't work. Like literally, I used to, you know, go back and put articles in my videos, but it don't matter because you dudes, y'all will completely bypass the articles and everything. And then you guys will go and just pretty much say what it is you think you need to say. And I think that's the problem. We're dealing with a lot of people. And guys, I hate to say it's some people, like, they're really, really, really sick. Like, it's crazy. And I won't say that these, you know, the majority of people that hate Ward are racist. I'm not going to say that because that's a really big, you know, admission to say. So, and calling somebody a racist is a big deal. Like, you can't just call them that, you know, that's not cool. But I mean, some of these guys, some of you dudes that make these, you guys are sick, man. Like, honestly, there's something really, truly wrong with y'all. And it's like, y'all not even happy, man. Y'all not even happy with your own life. Like, y'all not. And I know some of y'all. When you come on there and you make these comments and, you know, you kind of leave yourself open. You leave yourself completely open. Some of you dudes, some of you dudes are having problems at home. Some of you dudes, like you guys, y'all are struggling with your marriages. Your kids don't respect you. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on with you guys. And don't ask me how I know this stuff because I just do. And I can tell by the way somebody really begins to engage you in a conversation. You can tell. You can honest to God tell when a person is just crazy and they're going on some crazy stuff and it's sick. Because it's really totally asinine. And I still try to sit back and I try to understand. Okay, why do these people dislike Andre Ward? Well, it can't be, man. Why do they seemingly dislike this guy? Because he's a humble guy, just like Gennady Golovkin. Because a lot of people, including myself, talk about, you know, how, you know, really humble Gennady Golovkin really is. And he really is a humble guy. He gonna go in there and try to knock your head off, but he's a humble guy. But it's really, really crazy how, you know, the same people, they can't see past their own hatred. And they're looking for any little angle. And these guys are reaching. They're looking for every angle possible. Because they know when November, I guess the 19th or the 20th roll around, they know that Andre Ward is going to make easy work out of Sergey Kovalev. They know this. And it's like you guys are looking for every little thing, but guys, you need to cut it out. I mean, what the sparring? Now y'all going to sparring videos? And now y'all are saying that Andre Ward gets knocked out because of a sparring video about somebody he not even sparring? Like, y'all understand the pure stupidity. It just rises again. But, you know, that's just how it is. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You guys tell me what you think. I'm done.